PCW with Turbo Tony. I know you got a hectic schedule for the weekend, so why don't you let us know?
So yesterday I left work early. I left work at about 4 o'clock. Went to the airport in Albuquerque for what was supposed to be a 7:30 flight to come to California. The flight wound up getting delayed by 3 hours.
Ooh.
So actually 3.5. We didn't leave until 11. So we got here at about 12:30. Finally got the rental car, got to where I was sleeping, got to bed at about 2:30. I'm here now. It's a little after 2 in the afternoon. I'm leaving at 5 right after the Sami Callihan seminar to go back to LAX, to go back to Albuquerque on a flight that's leaving at 7:30. So I'm leaving here at 5 on a Friday afternoon and try to get to a flight at LAX at 7:30. That should be fun. Tomorrow in Albuquerque, I've got a show with Destiny Wrestling. So I'll be there all day setting up. I'm going to be having a match on the show, and then I'll be there tearing down afterwards.
That's a crazy schedule, man.
I'll be busy from yesterday at about 5 in the afternoon until tomorrow at midnight.
Now, you've been here for several of the seminars.
Yep, this is my 3rd seminar.
Have you been able to put anything to use that you've heard?
Little bits and pieces, yeah. Just as I get more time in the ring, I get to start sitting down with everything I've been learning here and just figuring out how to actually implement it to what I already know.
What's one of the first things or the biggest things you're able to incorporate?
Selling from the low-key seminar. Being able to do less in the ring and have it mean more.
Well, that's awesome, man. Just me to you. Stop slacking.
I know. I got to pick it up. I got to kick it up in a couple of gears.
All right, man. I'll let you go so you can get ready for the seminar.
Cool, man.
All right, thanks.
You got it.
So it's Joshua, right?
Joshua.
So we were talking a couple minutes ago. Let me know what you do for a living, and then what it is you're doing now and how you managed to do it.
So I'm a building operating engineer. I work in downtown Los Angeles. And today I just basically got here early to beat the Friday traffic. And downtown LA, traffic's bad. I got here super early. Doors were open. I just asked to use the restroom. And when I was done, I just offered to help out with setup of some food banners, some flyers on the chairs, and ran into the owner, and I confessed who I was and what I was doing here. He told me, no worries, just hang out. Here I am, making sure no one else like me sneaks in the front door.
How weird is it that you're able to just walk in and just help like this?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's my first PCW event, so I'm excited.
Go to wrestling shows often?
Anytime WWE is here, I try to go, but I don't make every show. Yeah. Last one I went was WrestleMania, actually, in San Jose.
Cool, man. Are you going to come back to the next PCW show then?
I'm coming back to the next.
Going to try and help out then too?
I'm going to try to help out then too.
Well, cool, man. If you manage to do that, I'll grab you again.
All right, cool, man. Thanks.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Gilbert and Hollywood. There you go. I went there, and I remember I was like, oh, fuck, Gary said I've been looking at all this in America. So I didn't even remember how much it was.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Christian Cole of PCW, and I'm here in Wilmington, California, getting ready for our 2nd year here at PCW, one of our great shows. We are about to put it down here for the fans of LA, and I wanted to take a minute to chime in. A good buddy of mine, Dom Vitale, he's running a podcast right out of there, Phoenix, Arizona, and this is a little distracting. Dan Masters over there on the microphone talking, but I'll try to get through it. My understanding about Dom and his whole effort is about PMA, and his message is about a positive mental attitude. And it was a few years ago that a buddy of mine walked up to me and he told me that he was wanting to see this new girl, and I didn't like her, you know. She kind of had a rough edge around her, and I could tell she was just using my buddy for his money. And I said to him, I said, you know, don't get with that girl, man. Don't mess with her. And he looked at me and he said, you know, Christian, sometimes a friend of yours just needs to hear something reinforcing, something positive. And I remember how much it affected me to really understand where he was coming from. I had my opinion on what he was doing in his life, and maybe my opinion wasn't really valid. Maybe what he needed from me was to be positive. And when I talk to Dom Vitale, when I hang out with Dom, that's always how Dom is. Dom's the type of guy who will always try to bring you up and make things more positive. And I think that that's a prescription for love and a prescription for having a good life and a positive day, just day to day. And so, you know, Dom, keep doing what you're doing. I absolutely love the podcast. I love you as a person and the energy you're putting into the world. I take notes from you. I take coaching from you, and the way that you treat them and treat them with respect. And I want to be that guy too. And ever since that day a few years ago, my friend taught me about positivity. I decided that that would be my mission as well, to try and always spin things positively, always see the sunny side, always try to be bright and happy for those who love you, and be a beacon of light and energy. And that's what I want to be. And I think Dom's doing it, and he's doing it on a podcast. You can check it out on iTunes. Is that right, iTunes, Camera Guy? You could look at it wherever you want, maybe even YouTube someday, Camera Guy. Is that what's going to happen?
We got Stitcher, the Rayman Network.
Maybe it's going to be there. So, but no, all love, all joking aside. Dom Vitale podcast is awesome. PMA is the prescription of the hour, and Dom Vitale is your doctor, baby.
That was awesome, man. All right, I got Benny the Greenback. Dom's probably asking me why. So, what do you got, dude?
Well, I made the trip from Arizona back to PCW for the 5th show. Just to join part of the Sami Callihan seminar.
How'd that go?
Worth every penny. It was very different than the other ones I've been to. I've been to a handful of seminars, and his was very more direct, and as far as branding yourself, as far as getting your information out there, getting who you are out there, how to get bookers to find you, how to get what to do once you get inside somewhere, like get booked somewhere. It wasn't just, okay, I'm going to show you a universal spot and how to do a bump. So it was very more informational as far as being more professional as far as wrestling.
Which you need, right?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
What was another sticking point with him?
With the seminar, just his how he like it wasn't, how do I say?
Well, you better say it quick.
Yeah, it was very open. He had no problem. He wasn't trying to hold anything back. He wanted to give you as much information as he can.
Like, I heard him say something like, he doesn't want to show you how to do a hip toss. That's your trainer's job. He's here to teach you.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was saying. It was very different than the other seminars I've been to. It wasn't just a lock up, hip toss. It was, no, fuck all the in-ring shit. Let me show you how to brand yourself. Let me show you how to get sponsors, how to do your merchandising, where to go, who to go talk to. Once you get this, how to put it in good use. So it wasn't just in-ring. It was very much out the ring, but without all that out-of-ring experience that he has, who's been doing it, you know, for the better part of 11 years, he said, if not more. That's right. Plus being just out of WWE and making more, he said, outside of WWE than he had inside of WWE is like, why would I not want that information?
yeah, he's got something going for him, so.
Right.
Good on you. You going to be at the next PCW?
Hell yeah, I would have got my ticket.
All right, we'll see what happens, man. Thanks.
Yep.
Come on!
All right, so go for it.
Hi, I'm Damien and Abraham, and I am a host for Vice. And my friend over here is Nathan, and he's a director, producer, and all-around host caregiver for Vice.
I gotta take good care of him.
He's got to take good care of me. This is the face that sells TV.
So what brought you guys to PCW?
Well, PCW is renowned as one of the best independent wrestling companies in North America. So when we were down doing stuff with Phoenix and he mentioned that he had to come up here and wrestle, we're like, what an amazing kind of opportunity for us to kind of come up here and get a chance to experience it. As a wrestling fan, I'm just stoked to be here, you know, and I get paid to make a movie about it.
So you guys are actually making a documentary on Phoenix.
We're making a documentary. Well, not necessarily. Phoenix is definitely part of it. It's going to be. We're making a series of documentaries all about like the love and joy that is professional wrestling, and you know, celebrating how wonderfully diverse it is all over the world, and how, unfortunately, a lot of times in North America we only get a small piece of what it looks like. But you know, if fans could see what's going on in there with all the different styles and all the different matchups that are happening, I think they would be given a much broader view of the wrestling world, and that's what we're hopefully going to try and do.
Awesome. So where have you guys been? Where are you headed?
Well, we've been to Mexico, and Tijuana, and then San Diego, and now Los Angeles or Long Beach, and then back to Tijuana, to Mexico City, to Orlando.
Mania, right?
Well, yeah, the whole weekend, because it's also like, you know, more than just the big show. It's also all these amazing independents that have popped up there, and it's kind of like, you know, maybe a poor analogy here, but it's kind of like the South by Southwest of wrestling. You know, it's where the wrestling world convenes one time a year. So we're gonna go down there, and I've never been, so I'm really excited to go.
That's awesome. Any final thoughts on everything you're doing?
Thank you to PCW for
big thanks to PCW.
Huge thank you to PCW, and it's an amazing company, and I have watched so far 3 matches, and all 3 blew my mind, and were completely different and awesome in each and their own way.
All right. Thank you for your time, guys.
Thanks so much,
you.
man. Thank you.